To other news now, another night of heavy U.S. airstrikes in Iran, the fourth in a row aimed at preventing the regime's new attacks on oil and cargo ships. President Trump, meanwhile, after floating the idea of the U.S. as guardian of ships in the Strait of Hormuz, taking a 20% fee in the process, he's backed off that idea. Our Ed O'Keefe joins us now on a busy day in Washington. Ed, good evening. Why the reversal?
Well, Tony, the president said he's reversing his decision because he'd heard from the leaders of Saudi Arabia, Qatar, and other Gulf nations concerned about possible tolls, who vowed instead to invest billions of dollars more in the United States. The president said he supported that idea, but there's no word yet about how much or in what exactly those countries would be investing. We should point out it is against international law to charge tolls on international waterways like the Strait of Hormuz. Tony?
You know, Ed, the other big story in Washington today, for the first time since 2019, justices of the U.S. Supreme Court testified before Congress. We had Elena Kagan and Amy Coney Barrett. They warned of a rise in security threats against justices. Listen.
Roughly 6 weeks ago, I was the victim of a swatting incident. At that point, my teenage son, one of my teenage sons, opened the door to go out with friends and saw in our street, it was full of police cars, who had responded to a false report of gunshots and raised voices in my home.
So, Ed, what are they asking for here, and what's the bigger context? It's not just the court facing potential violence.
That's right, Tony. They're seeking $14.6 million more to give each of the 9 justices 6 security agents to provide them and their families with 24/7 protection. And it's all because of increased threats against the high court. Justice Kagan said Supreme Court police expect a 38% increase in threats this year against the justices after a 25% spike last year. Threats have been ticking up, especially since the decision to reverse Roe versus Wade leaked back in 2022 and caused a political uproar. It is rare for justices to testify publicly to Congress, but their request for more security funding comes amid increased threats against federal judges and the murder of some judges' family members, as lawmakers continue facing threats of their own, and of course amid the assassination attempts on President Trump and other shootings outside here at the White House in recent months. The increase in political violence, now an increased cost for taxpayers. Tony?
Ed, thank you very much.